What is very interesting, only as less as 15% is expressed with words, more than 50% is expressed through your body. Gestures and body language communicate as effectively as words, maybe even more effectively. We use gestures daily, almost instinctively. It's essential for all of us to become more sensitive, more aware and more observant to gestures and body language that surround us each day. There are 10 types of nonverbal communication: ways of talking, posture, appearance, head movements, for example nodding, hand movements, for example waving, eye movements, for example winking, facial expression, body contact, closeness, and sounds. Gestures are woven into the fabric of our daily lives. We wave, point, beckon, and use our hands when we are arguing, expressing ourselves with gestures, often without thinking. However, the meaning of gestures can be very different across cultures and regions, so it's important to be careful to avoid misinterpretation. There are a few gestures that are accepted by Polish and American, and which having the same meanings. A smile and handshake show welcome. Waving one's hand is to say goodbye. Nodding the head means agreement, while shaking it means disagreement. Putting up a head means may I ask a question? Kissing means love. Waving one's arm shows happiness. Unfortunately, some countries have different traditions. The way people in different countries communicate is different too. The gestures of putting a hand on a person's neck is different for Chinese and Americans. For Chinese, it's to say someone will be killed. For Americans, it shows I'm full. Crossing one's leg in Poland is sign of being relaxed, but in Korea it's not allowed. In Chinese, people hand everything with both hands to show their respect, but for Muslims, they think the left hand is unclean and don't eat or pass something with it. Moreover, the human face is extremely expressive, able to express countless emotions without saying a word. The facial expression for happiness, sadness, anger, surprise, fear and disgust are the same across culture. Furthermore, we can consider how your perception of people are affected by the way they sit, walk, stand up or hold their hand. The way you move and carry yourself communicates a wealth of information to the world. This type of nonverbal communication includes your posture, stand, and subtle movements. What is more, eye contact is an especially important type of nonverbal communicated. The way you look at someone can communicate many things, including interest, affection, hostility, or attraction. Also, we communicate a great deal through touch. Think about the message given by the following: a firm handshake, a tight tap on the shoulder, a warm beer hug, or a controlling grip on your arm. Have you ever felt uncomfortable during a conversation because the other person was standing too close and invading your space? We all have a need for physical space, although that need differs depending on the culture, the situation and closeness on the relationship. You can use physical space to communicate many different nonverbal messages, including signals of aggression, domination, or affection. Finally, we communicate with our voices even when we aren't using words. Nonverbal speech sounds such as tone, pitch, volume, rhythm, and rate are important communicate on elements. These nonverbal speech sounds provide subtle but powerful clues into our true feelings and what we really mean. To sum up, we can feel its presence in day-to-day life and it's necessary to communicate things in an expressive way. Body language gives life to the persons communicating, and in this way the listener can understand their talks in a better way. It is important to know meanings of gestures and movements in foreign country. Foreigners should follow customs, should learn foreign culture. So we can communicate with them in correct way, not only by words, but also by body language. I think that it's important in our lives to show and learn body language.